Today we're going to talk about a backpack from Loyal Stricklin, a brand based in Tennessee. I've had this backpack now for 6 to 7 years, and it is a gorgeous piece of leather and craftsmanship by the Loyal Stricklin brand, another US-based brand. I was super happy that they were running, I think this was actually might have been 2020 during peak kind of initial lockdowns. They were doing lots of Instagram sales. And this was apparently a display item that was in their, perhaps in their Nashville store, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, it was about 40 to 50% off. So I got this backpack for $300. I think it was at least $450 full retail on their website. So I thought it was a fantastic deal. Picked it up, no brainer. It's Horween full grain oil tanned leather from the Horween tannery, another historic kind of producer of leather goods. And so yeah, I have used it, I've abused it, and I just love this thing. That said, I actually am getting ready to say goodbye because there's a couple other backpacks specifically. There's a rucksack I'm looking at and a full grain veg tan leather backpack that has caught my eye from a couple other brands. I'll be talking about those soon. And so to kind of avoid clutter, to give this backpack another life, I'd hate to have it just sit in my garage or my closet just collecting dust. I'd like somebody out there to use it and continue to kind of abuse it and put some personality to it. And so anyway, I thought I'd give a super quick overview of this bag. Fairly simple, right? It's got just two main compartments, not a lot of bells and whistles on this one, but it is super functional and useful for kind of an everyday carry. So inside, you can kind of see they don't have a lining for the leather. It's not needed at all. In fact, I prefer it without one. I love the feel of leather. And so having that as the primary kind of tactile thing that you interact with is totally fine by me. A lot of brands will do like a suede or a pigskin interior. Again, I don't think it's needed. This is the main compartment. This is the YKK brass zippers, super heavy duty zippers. I mean, never an issue with this brand with regards to the quality or the strength of the zipper, of course. And let's take a quick look inside. So if you've never felt oil tanned leather from Horween or just in general, I strongly advise you to try it out. In fact, I think I would like, I'm sure there are boots or jackets made of this leather. I think they'd be fantastic for those applications. But what's cool is, the color is almost always changing. It's this deep sort of reddish brown. But if you squeeze it or pinch it, you'll notice kind of the color tends to dissipate, and then it will sort of redistribute back into those spaces over time, but it sort of leaves an impression of where it's actually used, which is cool. So this is the interior. Really good stitching. Again, never a problem with this. Really thoughtful use of extra pieces of leather to kind of shield some of the stitching there or pad it. There's one thing about this bag, and it's that it is not stretchable or flexible at all, right? It's not like a cloth bag or something that has a lot of give where you can just jam pack this thing full and balloon it out. It is going to be stiff. There is a finite amount of space, and what you see is what you get. So again, if you have more than a laptop and a couple books or something as part of your everyday carry, it's not going to be great for a big pair of shoes and an extra set of clothes on top of that. It really is a fairly narrow bag, and it has none of that give. But I think overall, for an everyday carry, you see the laptop kind of holder in here, really thick piece of leather. It's great, right? I carried this thing to work with me for years, along with a couple other bags that I was rotating in. But I loved having this one. No complaints at all. Handle really solid. Again, super thick piece of leather. It is extremely well fastened. The straps also super well fastened. You can see kind of the adjustable buckle here. They've got the leather sort of tucked behind a first layer, so you don't really see where it's sort of affixed, aside from, you know, just the pins they have in place here, which I thought was cool. Loyal Stricklin kind of logo, and that's it. So again, those are, you know, 2 main pockets. There's nothing on the back to hold anything additional. Overall, the look of it, the feel of it, it's just a super premium quality, well-made, simple, streamlined bag. So I'd give this one 8 out of 10, at least 8.5 out of 10, let's say, because of just the way it feels and the way it looks. So I haven't bought anything else from Loyal Stricklin in quite some time. I think it's high time to give them kind of another look. I'm excited to start to refollow some of their brand and what they're up to, and see what else they have to offer. Because if it's anything like this bag, and certainly at the discount I was able to get this at, I'm super stoked to try something else. So thank you, Loyal Stricklin. Thank you for this bag for many good years, and now it's kind of on to the next one for me. So keep an eye out on my eBay channel. I run basically 1 cent 10-day auctions. So if you are in need of some leather goods at quite a discount, you know, I'll probably polish and clean this thing up and get it out here in the next couple weeks. And then I'm always running auctions. And so, you know, keep an eye out there. And again, if this was helpful, folks, please give me a like and subscribe. It's great to speak with you again, and I will see you next time.